So I've been asked about this on several occasions and I just never sat down to do it, but tying split reins onto a Hackamore, and this whole deal is really going to irritate the heck out of the traditionalists, but that's okay with me. Before I show how to do it, I'll just talk about a couple of the reasons why I do it. I ride lots and lots of colts, and there's some people that say, well, I ride a lot of colts, and they ride like 10 colts a year. I ride 10 head a day. I ride lots and lots of colts, and I like to do a lot of my work with a Hackamore, and a Hackamore with closed rein and McCarty and the whole 9 yards. It's not like life-changing pain in the butt, but it's kind of a pain in the butt riding that many every day, and it's just extra stuff to deal with. So these split reins, doing it with split reins is just faster, easier. Like I said, it doesn't change the world or anything like that, but it's just something that I've come to getting used to and like. And so I use it on colts a lot, and then also different times in my life depending on where I'm at. You know, for instance, northwestern Oklahoma and all of northern Arizona, and then now South Texas, when we were in Central Florida, things like that. That closed rein system, when you're in a lot of brushy country and a lot of trees and stuff, it's pretty easy to get that all tangled up in something. And I've heard people say, oh, it sends a horse a mixed signal. Yeah, you know, if they were that easy to train, Temple Grandin would be right. But yeah, it kind of sends a mixed signal, but that's not that big of a deal. The big deal is if you're scooting along going pretty fast and you catch them closed rein of a McCarty on a tree branch and it whips your horse around, that can cause a wreck. And if it's a young horse and they can't figure out how to get away from that pull, then you can cause a real serious wreck. So with split reins, you can just drop a rein, get everything stopped, get gathered back up, and keep going. So that's the other reason I use split reins on a Hackamore part of the time. And like I said, I don't care what the traditionalists say about it. So this is just a piece of yacht rope, and I always just eyeball this, so it's going to be like a really weird length. But so that's a little over 6 feet because I got long arms. 12, and then that's so it's probably 16 feet, 15, 16 feet, something like that. And that's just about the right length for 2 and 3 year olds. If you're going to rig up a system like this for a mature horse, and I'm not exactly sure why you would, but you'd want it a little longer. So 15, 16 feet, then you just double it over and go to the middle. Hackamore facing forward. You take your loop, go like that. It works fine if you do it the other way, but this way is the way I do it. So you go like that and you mash your reins down in there. Mash your reins down in there as even as you can get them. And you take one and you make a loop. And all I'm doing is just half hitching it. So it's just a loop, goes under its own body. There's your first half hitch. And the other one, you do the exact same thing, but you go the other direction. And again, you just half hitch it underneath itself. So both reins are just a single loop and half hitch under themselves. You could do more if you wanted to. You could do more loops and raise this up and shorten it up or whatever. That works with this little Hackamore on most colts. That works just the way I want it to. So it's just a loop, half hitched under itself. That's how it looks in the back. I just realized I did this one wonky. Go. I call that the Casey knot because Casey Carson showed it to me. That's it. It's easy. So so much to the Patreon crew. You guys are the reason we're able to do this and do the extra things and really do all the YouTube videos too. We wouldn't be able to make it work without you guys. So thank you so much. And any of the rest of you, you can jump on and watch any of these extra kind of things that we do on Patreon and see what's going on there. So check that out if you can.